All right then, we have one doubt about curtain wall, right? So for that, what we'll do, we will place one wall. Let's go with this default one, which will be enough. And let's specify the height of level 2, and let's go with this wall center block. And we have, and now let's create again. Now we will place curtain wall. So let's go with this curtain wall right now, and increase up to this. It will say that uh, these two are overlapping right now. So don't worry. Uh, just check this embedded automatically embedded option, or while you are placing it, you could check that. So right now it is fine. And let's come to 3D so you can see it, and or else you can come to elevation and elevation. So let's come to south elevation. There's height, and you can change the height. Okay, so for that, you change the height with the proper dimension. So uh, for dimension, DI is the shortcut. So this not this much. So let's do this. Okay, fine. Now let's come to 3D again, and let's change this to realistic. Okay, so we have this curtain panel right there, and now you can place your curtain grid over there. So we will place curtain grid because our single panel is too big, or the length is too much, so that is not possible to hold that one single glass panels with that long length. So that's why we will divide that into smaller panels, and to hold those small panels we will place support that is called mullions. So for that we will go with this grid. So here you can see that we can place grids like this, horizontal and also in vertical. So when you place your mouse on any vertical side, then you can place grids horizontally. And if you place your mouse on the horizontal sides, then you can place your grids vertically. Okay. Now let's place one. And after placing this, you can also change this gappings. Okay. So for that, let me select this. So make sure you are selecting this grid line. So if you cannot select this grid line so easily, so what you can do is after placing it, you can switch into tab like this. You can go with the tab. All right. So now this is selected, and here you can see that these are your temporary dimension. It's showing you the dimension. So if you need to change the dimension over there, like 500. 500. All right, now let me change it here, and here let me make it 500. That is equally placed. All right, so that what we can do. All right, and now if you need to delete one segment already added, so for that you can come to this add remove segment, and you select it as because this is right now added. So we will go for this add and remove segments, or else what you can do is there is no segment right now as this is the complete grid line. So what we can do is select it and simply press delete. That's the simple way. uh, Now here you can see that we already have the uh, borders and this grid we have placed. Okay, so this one we have added uh, with this cut-in grid option. We can have this one with this type exterior glazing. All right, so there we can specify this how many number of vertical grids, how many number of horizontal grid we need. So for that, come to this edit type option. So here you have this fixed distance. So here you can see that the distance is bigger than our glass panel. So that's why you cannot see it, right? So if we need to place with this distance, if you want to specify with the distance, then you choose this fixed distance, and within that distance it will cover that curtain panel. Okay, and if you want to specify the number, that how many number you want to place, so accordingly it will place within that length. So for that you come to this, and here you have fixed number, and you want to specify maximum spacing and minimum spacing. These are things. So let's go with this fixed distance, and let me specify fixed distance as 500. And about horizontal grid, let's specify about um, uh, okay, fixed distance, and click on apply, and okay, and here you can see that uh, we have specified the distance is 500, so that's why it can complete only this 2 or 500. So it will always start from this uh, border or the side edges. So from there 500, 500 and 500, and here you have this 200, 2000 height at 200, 2000, sorry, at the 2000 height you have this. Okay, so this how you will you can do this with your exterior glazing type. And if you need to place your support, so that you can place it with this mullion option, and there you can place it like this. One single you want to place it, so like that you can place. If you want to place only at this segment, so then go with this grid line segment and choose this segment. You will place this segment only. Okay, and suppose you need to remove this segment, so then what you will do, you select this one and then come to add a remove segment. Now here you can see that this is divided, and this is the segment and this is the segment. Now you select this and press enter, and here you can see that that segment is removed right now. Okay, and if you want to place uh, on all grid lines, millions on all grid lines, so select it. Okay, after this, if you don't want this one, you can simply select and delete. Okay, and if you want to place more grids, so we can go with button grid option. So this one, without placing this mullion, without using this mullion option, you can simply change it to storefront. That will come up with the mullions and the grids, and according to the grids there will be mullions already placed to support. So for that, just what you have to do is you have to change this vertical grid according to your design, the maximum spacing. So let's go with this maximum spacing is 500. The fixed distance is 900 like, okay, all right, fine. So this is done, and after that what you can do is you can also delete need you also can delete this. So what you have to do is select and unpin this, select and unpin, then only. Now about this one, you already know how to do it. Okay, so now let me just show you one more thing. That is, this horizontal mullions are not continuous. This vertical grid is continuous, but I want to make this horizontal grid as continuous. So for that, you select any of this horizontal mullions. Just you have to select any of this, and then you have this option, make continuous on the ribbon. Choose this make continuous, and then it is continuous. And you have to select this one, and you have to make continuous. Okay, all right. So this is how you will do it. And let me remove this segment. Okay, right now we have this panel. So with the tab, I will select this panel, and I will change this to one door. So make sure that door is loaded over there, otherwise you cannot. So how you can load it? Come to insert and go for this load family and come to door, and then you have that uh, containable door types already created. If you have created your own, you can choose that. So let me choose this one for single, and right now it is loaded. Don't assume that when you load it, it will be placed automatically. It's not like that. So now let me just choose this panel and unpin it, and then come to this type selector, and then you have this one. Okay, right now it is placed. Just let me show you the difference without place. And now come to level 1. Here you can see this is the curtain panel right now. And now let me just let me just select this one. And now when I will change it to sorry, okay, I had undone this, so I have to insert again, go to load family, and then choose it. All right, it is now the tab. I'll select this panel, and I'll come to this type selector and then choose. Okay, now here you can see that we have this door. Okay, and let's come to 3D. Here we have, and if you want to change the orientation of the door, suppose this is opening to this side. Space bar, change the orientation. Okay, is that clear? Hello, Ashmita, is that clear?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay, great. All right then. Let's move to stair. Okay, and I hope the roof part is clear and the other part is clear. So that's why I'm moving to stair. So let's delete this. All right. So let me show you here. I'm undoing it. So how I'm doing it. So I'll click on this drop down, and I'll come to the last. So everything will be undone within a single click. Okay. So come to stair. So within the architecture tab, I have the stair option. So this is the option bar, and within this option bar here you can see that the location line is there. So it's like the similar kind of with wall option. Okay, so this is run center, and you can choose left or support left, right. Okay, that you can choose. Let's go with this. And here you have that actual run width, that is 1000, and it's automatic landing option is checked, so that will connect the landing between two runs. And here you have this this is the type for stair. You can choose monolithic stair or Indian type stairs. You can choose this monolithic stair. And then let's come to edit type, and there you have this minimum run width, that is 1000. So you can change it to minimum run with like 3000. You can make it minimum run 3000. Minimum thread depth. So minimum thread depth will specify like 250 will be our minimum thread depth. Okay. We cannot give value lesser than this minimum values. We can give more values than minimum values, and the maximum riser height, so we cannot go beyond that maximum riser height. So for that it's okay, the 180 is fine. You won't go beyond this 180 height. Okay, and this run type is 150 depth, and that landing type is having 300 thickness. All right, and let's apply this and click on OK. And here you can see that the base level is level 1 and the top level is level 2, that is selected. And here you can see that the desired number of risers, so make sure we are not uh, uh, specifying steps here, we are specifying risers here. So number of risers is 23, and accordingly it will calculate the riser height. Okay, so let's specify like okay, and here we have this one, and the actual thread depth is 280, so let's specify 250. Okay, and now this is the run, and we are going with this straight type. Okay, so let's go with this. uh, let's specify 12, so I'm specifying with the center line option. The location is center, so this point will be defined center of the stair. And here you see that when I'm creating, how intelligently it's showing you that two risers created, 22 remaining, 3 risers created, 22 remaining. How many riser you create and how many is remaining, so that will be shown there. So it will be easier for you to create the perfect state. So now let me create 12 risers there. Okay, now what I'll do, I will go with this run left option. Okay, and I will specify this one. This will be I think right, not the left one. So run right. Now go with this. See, when I'm placing with this uh, and it's connecting to that landing, and because this automatic landing option is checked, there you can see, and it's showing me that 10 is 5 3 2 remaining, or 0 remaining. That means it is complete. Finish it, and it's done. And here you see this is the stair path. If you want to flip this, suppose you have created this, this is the up direction, suppose you need to change it, so for that you have that flip option there. So right now it is changed. And how cool is that, that it's showing you this is one, so that means this is the beginning, this is the one, this is the first riser, and this is the 26th riser. Okay, so you can flip it around. And what will be the railing type that you can define? So this is the default profile of railing is selected, and where it will be placed on threads. and let's go with that default. We will see it later how we can change it. Let's go on the finish mode, and let's come to 3D. Here you can see this is your stair. Okay, we change this to realistic. Okay, and this is the type. So this is having the thickness of 150 mm, and this landing is having the thickness of 300 mm. Okay, so placing this uh, stair like this type, full shape spiral, this center end spiral, this L shape, this U shape, these creating these are very easy. Like just specifying this one is very simple. Like let me show you another one. This full step spiral. Just you have to go with this and you specify. Okay, just a minute. Let me go with this run center and okay. So how many risers are created? No riser have been created yet. And let's go with this one. One. Yeah. Okay, so this you can check this. Yeah, let's come to this where you can see. So the creating stairs are very easy. Okay, you just have to place on the right location, and then you will have your stair. Okay, and after that you can change this railing. So like this one or this one. You can have this one. So place with this glass panels. All right. Suppose you have deleted, you don't need that, you don't need this end, so you can delete it. Okay, and you can flip it to this side. So okay, so flipping is making it more outside. So what you can do is you can give the offset, and then you can flip it around. You need to flip it like this. Here you can see that the glass panel is out to the outside of this railing. So if you make it uh, the flip option, so it will go outside. Now let me just show you that this will go outside, and if you come to level 1, and there you can see that it's going beyond this thread of the run. So for that, what you should do is to give the offset. Okay, that will work. Let me bring it back to the same position, and now let me choose this uh, 0. Okay, and here you can see that this is placed at the edge of our run. Okay, now let me again give the value of 4 inches or 100 mm. Okay, now it's placed. So this is how we can change the position for our railings. And level 1, come to level 1, and we won't create uh, now we will create with sketch option. So suppose you need to create your own type of stairs. Okay, your own design, custom design. So for that you will go with this create sketch option. Okay, so before going to create sketch option, you define this type first, and then the base level and the top level, and the desired number of risers you specify. Let's go 25. Okay, and 250, that is fine. And let's go with this create sketch option. Okay, and how we can create that? So for that, first we have to create the boundary. So what is the boundary? So the boundary will define the stair. Okay, so this is the existing stair. So let me just tell you that this is the boundary, this is the boundary, right? So if you need to create stairs like that, so you can create your uh, boundary. Okay, so let me just create one boundary over there. So from this point, sorry guys, you specify the boundary. So if you have the proper length, so you can just type the value. Okay, so for that, you can calculate. Okay, so you can type if you don't have the calculated value yet, so you want to calculate it here. So for that, you give that equal, and you can be into 12. Okay, and math. Okay, and we'll create another one uh, with this 3000 gap. 3000. So this is the boundary, right? Okay, the boundary cannot be closed, so we will specify the riser. So this is the riser we have created, and then what we will do is we will go with this copy option. This is the base point, and then we will give the length. So, and this way we will keep copying it. So for that, go with this copy and make sure this multiple option is checked, and then specify the space point 250 again. Okay, enter. Sorry, make sure that you are not going out of the uh, straight direction. So for that, copy. So for that, if you are accidentally moving your cursor beyond this vertical straight direction, so you make this constant, so it will lock towards the horizontal and the vertical direction, like this, and this only. It cannot be placed in any angle. So let's go with this. And here you can see that 8 risers created, showing you, right? Okay, so let me copy that again. Is this so up to this it is completed. Okay, and finish it. So this part is completed, and after that again you have to sketch, right? So for that, go with this create sketch option. Okay, and then you have to define the boundary. Suppose if you are creating the boundary from this end to this end, suppose you are creating this end to this end, so that means you are defining that this is the up direction. from this is the up direction. So it shouldn't be like that. So from which point or which end you are defining the uh, boundary line, the start point of boundary line and the end point of boundary line will define the direction of your stairs. Okay, so that this small thing you have to keep in mind. Otherwise, you may not find any error. You will only get the different direction of your stair. So that thing you have to keep in mind. Uh, let's go with this. Okay. It's showing me the temporary dimension. So let's click with that. Okay, and you can go with this risers, and you can go with this array option as well. So I think array option will not work here. You select this, yes. So the array option will not work here. So we have to go with this copy option. So this is over mat.
Sir,
Yeah.
is it necessary to enter dimension for every copy? Can't we take a pick point and place it?
You can place it, but you have to give the precise value, right? So
Yeah, no, if we are copying it, but each step is of same size, right? So we can take a pick point and we can copy it in
yeah, yeah,
multiple
yeah, yeah.
times. Yeah.
Definitely, you can do that. Definitely, you can do that. Okay, so now you will finish it. So the line is too short. Which line is too short? Uh, I think I have created two extra. Yes. And risers is created. Let's finish this. Uh, guys, did you rectify any error? I have done one mistake. So, um, let me do that again.
The 13 rises were created in the first flight, no sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. So no, that's not the issue. Let's go with that. Let's see. Okay, so let's keep that offset. And let's create a riser. Copy it. So, this thing the time. So just that's why I let me trim this part. Okay, now it's done. And when I will finish this edit mode, it will complete or it is not completing. So for that, what should I do? I will go with this landing option, and after that, choosing this landing, as because this is not connecting the landing automatically. So for that, I will go with this landing option, and there we have this pick two runs. So I have to select the two runs, this, and then the landing will be connected. Or else what I can do is I can go with this create sketch and I can create the sketch, and what will be the relative height, that in that height the landing will be placed, so that you can go. So I will not go with that option. I will select this pick two runs option. This is first and this is second, and here you can see that this is simply connected. That's because this create sketch is simple, so you need to go with that sketch, and this is your option. So with that, you can try out different curved. Okay, so for that, like you can go with this edit stair options, and you can choose this, and you can come to this edit sketch option, and you can come with this option. So to show you that this boundary, you can go with this arc option like this. Okay, or else you can mirror this one. Mirror this one. So for that, you have this mirror pick axis. If you have already one axis, so that you can go with this. If you don't have any line or axis, so then you will go with this draw axis. So let's go this mirror pick axis. So this is selected. Now I'll select this axis, and this is done. What I have to do is I have to trim it. So for that, I will go with this trim. Okay, and go with this trim extreme multiple elements. Select this. This. Alright, and for the riser also, you can define. Okay, and here you can see that this is the stair path. Okay, so this is the stair path, and for the stair path, it should be connected with the first riser and the last riser. So that you have to connect it. Okay, then you finish it, and this is done, and accordingly it is. Suppose you need to change this sketch. Suppose you need to change this sketch, but this one you haven't done with this create sketch, uh, with this create sketch option, right? So for that, what how you can change the sketch of this? So you have to convert it. If you don't convert it, you can just simply change this length only. You cannot change the shape. So you need to change the shape. So then you have to convert. So then go for this edit sketch option and then you can edit it. Right. So let's do that. Let's switch and let's switch. All right. Let's come to 3D and all right. So this is how we can create our uh, stair. And suppose you have removed this one, you have removed this railing, but after some changes, you require that railing again. So for that, how you can bring it back? So you cannot bring it back only one single side of railing. So you have to go with this place on stair and ramp. So for that, you have to delete one. There must there shouldn't be any railing present. Then you can go with this place on stair or ramp, and then you will go with this either treads or stringer. So you will go with this treads, and there is no stringer right now. It is placed. Okay, and after that you can change this railing type. Okay, from here also, or from this type selector, you can change this. So it's creating some error of this type here. So we can create. We will later know about how we can create our own railing and we can change the railing types. Okay, so now let's go this 900 pipe and for this also let's go that 900 pipe. Okay, as before this transition we have, so that cannot be placed with that type, so that's why we got the error. Okay, so this is all for today. Up to this, is it clear for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.